Hey guys, it's the Oracle here, and in today's video I'll be trying something a little different. I am talking in my natural voice. I am obviously not whispering, and there are no intentional mouth sounds. I just wanted to try something a little different. I also wanted to talk about a topic that has been on my mind for a while. I wanted to talk about misophonia, and I know that there are some misophonia sufferers out there who do enjoy ASMR videos, and it was more to just bring a little bit of awareness of what misophonia is. The textbook definition of misophonia is hatred of sound. People with misophonia have specific symptoms and triggers and are sensitive to selective sounds, and occasionally are sensitive to visual triggers as well. When a person with misophonia is exposed to a sound in their trigger set, it results in an immediate negative emotional response. This, by all means, is not a video on a cure. I am not the doctor. I do not claim to know everything about misophonia, and neither do I claim that if you listen to this video it's going to help. If you're sitting there and you're thinking, well, how do I know if I suffer from misophonia? If you have an intense, usually negative reaction to hearing somebody eating with their mouth open, for example, to hearing someone sneezing, coughing, chewing, you might feel enraged when somebody repeats, does a repetitive noise such as tapping or clicking of a pen, maybe typing on a keyboard, eating crunchy foods, and if it makes you enraged and want to lash out, you may have misophonia. When these triggers affect you, it's usually in a negative way, as opposed to ASMR, where you have the exact same triggers which cause tingles, which are very much in a positive way. So I just thought it was very useful to bring up this topic, because we're talking about the same sounds and noises. We're just talking about what those triggers, how they affect us, whether it be in a good way or negative way. If you do find that this is distressing, then please do stop listening, of course. I also don't want to cause any unnecessary distress to any listeners right now. I understand that sometimes with triggers and stimuli, it's possible to actually acquire a trigger for your misophonia. So I won't run through the complete list of triggers for you, and for anyone who is interested to find out what things trigger someone with misophonia, I will include a list. However, some of the most common include mouth sounds, and mouth sounds are actually something that I quite enjoy myself. They are triggers, but they are good triggers and cause tingles for me. Whereas somebody with misophonia, they can cause the complete opposite. You know, we could be talking about panic, you know, rages. These are just some of the things that somebody with misophonia can suffer from. So things like lip smacking, gum chewing, breathing, whispers, all these things that sometimes are unavoidable. I personally quite like sounds like that, and you'll find that a lot of my videos so far have included that. That's just because that's what I enjoy. Other sounds that trigger me particularly are you know, plastic bag crunching. I do sort of like muffled sounds. I do enjoy fabric sounds as well. Certain words with S sounds I do quite enjoy as a trigger. Whispering as well. Clicking, hand rubbing, which is quite a new trigger for me, but that is quite enjoyable. But also all of these things, all of the above that I've just mentioned, are actually in the list for misophonia sufferers too, and not all misophonia sufferers have every single trigger that I've just said. Some have one, some have all, some have none of the ones that I said, but they may have something else. So it's just interesting to be aware of this, and I think because we in the ASMR community, we focus so much on sound, it was just interesting to see the opposite scale of that, and tying in with sounds, what happens for those who don't enjoy sounds or can't help what happens to them when they listen to sounds, because we're still talking about triggers, and it's really about the effects of those triggers, because we've got triggers that are enjoyable, and then we have triggers that are not so enjoyable. I haven't really done a video at all with myself just talking, so I thought it's also a good opportunity to talk about what you're going to see on my channel. So, as well as roleplay videos, which I do enjoy, I plan to give quite a good variety of videos. I will do more talking videos. I plan to do more layered sound videos and include some of the mentioned triggers that I enjoy, explore new triggers for all of you out there, and I do just personally like pushing the mark. I like growing and developing as a person, and I think it's important to continually improve. Feedback is of course quite important. I'm quite open to feedback. I love hearing from you. It means so much, even just to know someone's listening and enjoying it, or somebody is not enjoying it for whatever reason. Constructive criticism is welcome. It's always useful to know what you're doing wrong. You're never going to get better if you don't know that you could be doing something the wrong way, or perhaps there's a way to improve. I don't have the best setup in the whole world, but I have tried to set up my environment in a way that I think helps get the best quality of sound. However, from time to time you might notice there are some sounds from even my chair. My microphone is very sensitive, it picks up everything. My computer happens to be on the same level as my microphone, so if you do have very good headphones, you'll note a very dull fan noise from the laptop, and my chair as well. My chair does have some squeaking noises from time to time when I move. I have two lovely kittens who, as much as I try and close the door, and I had to open the door and let themselves in, and I think one of my videos, by the way, will be some purring. Purring I personally find really relaxing, so there will be some cat purring videos to come. So as I said before, the setup that I have does allow me to create a very interesting 3D sound perspective, right, or I can speak from the left, and it would be interesting to see if it's for those who suffer from misophonia, whether the fact that you have this 3D effect, or it's the content of that's being said in the 3D effect that is a negative trigger. I will do some whispering, so it's not all over, and I will be doing mouth sounds. Just be quite conscious to label them well and keep things varied. I think that's what's really important. Okay, so I hope you have a great week, and I may have time to churn out a video in the middle of the week. If not, you'll certainly be hearing from me again next weekend, and in the meantime, feel free to comment, subscribe and like. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great week, but most importantly, stay safe.